Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is Montana This Morning from Montana's news leader.
Good morning. Thanks for waking up with us here on Montana This Morning. I'm Augusta McDonald.
And I'm Louis Storch. Hope you're having a fantastic start to your Friday. We made it to the end of the week, Augusta.
Made it to the end of the work week and looking forward to a little bit more of the same kind of monotonous winter weather.
Yeah, there's not a lot happening. I know it's the weekend. A lot of you want to get out and enjoy the weekend. It's going to be cold in the valleys. I would say if you want some warmer temperatures, maybe get out and enjoy some sunshine, head to the higher elevations. That's what's going to be happening. Head to the mountains. If you stay down the valleys, you're going to get those cold temperatures and possibly some fog really developing as this stagnant weather pattern sticks with us through next week. We also have a little bit of fog possible this morning. This is a freezing fog advisory. That's in place. So if you're traveling south down towards Idaho Falls this morning, this is in place through 10 a.m. Anywhere in that teal color, you'll be getting visibility less than a mile, some possible slick spots. It does include Monida Pass there on I-15. So just keep that in mind for whatever plans, if you're traveling in that direction, at least early this morning. Your forecast headlines, much of the same. These haven't changed all week long. I don't even think I've adjusted these, maybe just 1 or 2 times all week because it's staying the same. Dry conditions for the next 7 to 10 days, highs and lows consistently in the teens and 20s, and valley inversions with fog strengthening. Here's some temperatures across western Montana today. Again, pretty chilly out there with highs mostly in the 20s.
Alrighty, thank you, Louis. Top stories this morning. Wildfires are ravaging parts of California. The largest is burning around Ventura County. Hundreds of homes have already been lost there, and shifting winds mean unpredictable conditions for firefighters. Flames also endangered racehorses in San Diego County, killing some of them. Officials warn heavy winds and dry air could prolong conditions for weeks. And as firefighters there struggle to get an upper hand in Southern California, help from Western Montana is on the way. MTN's Nicole Miller shows us how local agencies are pitching in.
Firefighters faced a wall of flames early Thursday morning at the Thomas Fire in Ventura County, California. It's the largest of 4 wildfires that have burnt at least 200 homes, leaving thousands displaced. With forecasters warning winds could hit 80 miles an hour, the fires are spreading rapidly and help from the Treasure State is on the way.
Montana got a request from California along with 5 other states that they needed some help.
Flathead County Fire Manager Lincoln Schutz says 50 strike teams from across the state, each with about 5 to 7 engines with different capabilities, are on their way to answer a call for help.
In the fire world, we all started calling around and seeing who had the capability of sending some resources out to California to give them a hand. This last summer we had some California resources up here, incident management teams and the like, so hotshot crews. So in the wildland world, different areas burn at different times of the year. We don't have a huge wildland fire danger right now.
With upwards of 200,000 people evacuated from their homes and more orders being issued, Schutz says the strike team should arrive by Thursday evening and get straight to work.
It's a big commitment, being away from your family, long shifts, and it's a dangerous job, but that's why they train year-round for it too. Hopefully that the winds will subside, they'll get a little moisture.
Reporting in Kalispell, Nicole Miller, MTN News.
Schutz says the assignment is likely to last 2 weeks. He says a total of 54 firefighters from Montana were deployed. 16 of them are from the Flathead Valley. In Montana news this morning, a national environmental group is launching an ad campaign in Montana calling on lawmakers not to cut funding to the National Park Service. The Natural Resources Defense Council's Action Fund announced a 5-figure issue ad buy that started airing in Montana on Wednesday. The ads accuse Interior Secretary Ryan Zinke and Republicans in Congress of proposing substantial budget cuts to agencies like the Park Service. They criticized the proposal to increase entrance fees at parks like Glacier and Yellowstone. The ads then praised Democratic Senator John Tester for fighting back against these proposals and urged Montanans to express their support.
Essentially, we're trying to scream from the mountaintops that these proposed budget cuts by the Trump administration are going to damage the quality of life for Americans, hurt public health, hurt public lands.
NRDC Action Fund is the latest in a series of environmental groups that has bought ads in Montana this year to attack Zinke on public land issues. In a statement, an Interior Department spokesman said Montanans understand the need to balance the government's budget. She criticized NRDC for filing expensive lawsuits against the department. She added the vast majority of increased entrance fees will pay directly for fixing parks infrastructure backlog. And new this morning in the Middle East, tensions were high in Jerusalem on Friday, there the day after the powerful Palestinian Islamist group Hamas called on for a new uprising against Israel after U.S. President Donald Trump's recognition of Jerusalem as the Israeli capital. Israeli police deployed across the city flashpoints early on Friday, preparing for potential clashes after the Muslim noon prayers. Hamas on Thursday urged Palestinians, Muslims, and Arabs to hold rallies against the U.S. decision on Friday, calling it a day of rage. Trump reversed decades of U.S. policy to recognize Jerusalem as the capital of Israel, upsetting the Arab world and Western allies alike. Back in the U.S., just hours after Senator Al Franken announced he was resigning amid sexual harassment allegations, Republican Representative Trent of Arizona says he's also leaving his job next month after an ethics investigation was opened against him. Hannah Doba has the latest from New York.
I'll let the statement speak for itself. Okay.
In that statement, Arizona Congressman Trent Franks announced he will resign January 31st. The move comes after House ethics officials began investigating him for asking if two of his female staffers would bear his child as a surrogate. In a statement, the Republican lawmaker admitted the surrogate discussions made the two female staffers uncomfortable, but added, "I have absolutely never physically intimidated, coerced, or had or attempted to have any sexual contact with any member of my congressional staff." The 8-term congressman also disclosed that he and his wife have long struggled with infertility. "We experienced 3 miscarriages."
Senator from Minnesota.
Frank's resignation came on the same day Democratic Senator Al Franken reluctantly resigned from his job, bowing to allegations of sexual misconduct from several women. The Minnesota Democrat fired a defiant parting shot at President Donald Trump.
I am leaving while a man who has bragged on tape about his history of sexual assault sits in the Oval Office.
It was time. It was time for him to resign. There were many allegations against him. It was a drawn-out conversation. And if we want to hold elected officials, we want to hold people in power accountable for sexual assault, we have to do it regardless of party affiliation.
Minnesota Governor Mark Dayton says he will announce Franken's temporary replacement in the next few weeks. Hannah Doba, CBS News.
Franken served as senator for 8 years. The ethics investigation into Representative Franks was dropped after he said he would resign. And snow fell in South Texas. It's a rare sight, and there was even enough for a snowball fight. The surprise snow prompted the National Weather Service to issue a freeze warning in the overnight hours for several counties. Lewis has been talking about this week as that storm system drops south.
Yeah, so the eastern half of the U.S., the southern half of the U.S. getting a lot of snow. I just saw places like Baton Rouge, Louisiana, the deep south, getting snow this morning, several inches of snow as that cold air is off to our east, warm air right over top of us. Now this is leading though to valley inversion. So the valleys are staying cold. Valleys are staying very cold, and we're starting to get some freezing here on the Bitterroot River. This is near Corvallis, sent into us by Gene and Debbie. Beautiful photo here. Got the blue sky, snow-covered peaks in the background. Gene and Debbie, thank you so much again for that fantastic photo. And yes, like I mentioned, it is cold out there. We're at 12 in Hamilton. We're at 15 in Sula. We're at 11 in Phillipsburg, 18 in Seeley Lake, 20 in Missoula, 27 in Polson, 28 in Kalispell. We're at 30 in Troy, a little bit warmer here with the cloud cover overhead like we've been talking about. So a quick look at our Doppler network. There is that snow off to the east with a big line. This is a huge line of snow showers that are moving through. Winter storm watches, warnings, advisories are in place from parts of Texas all the way up to New England, about a 2,000-mile stretch as this system slides off to the east. Behind that, as we can see, huge area of high pressure. Another thing I want to point out to you here is look at the clouds that the radar's picking up over the Pacific Ocean. Now, it's traveling east, but what happens is you notice here the movement. It's going up to the north into the south, so that moisture and clouds aren't hitting the western coast of the United States. And because of that, high pressure. That's what we've been talking about. So look at our water vapor image. Here's the clouds, the pink and blues and the whites you see. That's the clouds and the moisture. This is the direction it is over the Pacific, but with the blocking high pressure right here, notice what happens. It's going down below, it's going up and over the top, keeping the western part of the United States dry. And with this high pressure stationary, at least through the end of next week, we're going to stay dry, and air quality, like we've been talking about, is going to become a concern. And then also dealing with the potential for fog each morning. Here's your 7-day forecast for Missoula. Not much changing. Cold temperatures out there with the lows in the teens and 20s and highs only in the 20s. And then as we take a look at your 7-day forecast for Kalispell, 28 today, then lower and middle 20s through the weekend and all the way into next week. Same thing for Hamilton, 28 today and tomorrow, 29 on Sunday, 26 Monday, Tuesday. Just not a lot happening there. But like I mentioned, Augusta, give it some time. If we could go just a couple days further than that, end of next week and into the weekend, we're going to start to see some changes. I think we'll bring some chances of snow showers as well.
Snow coming up. Maybe we'll have a white Christmas.
Yes, we just need to get rid of that ridge, and it looks like it's going to start breaking down.
All right, thanks, Lewis. We'll be back right after this break.